Hey guys. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm still getting used to the camera. I'm just sitting here at Whole Foods and I was watching these birds. I think they're migrating actually for the winter. They seem to be heading like southwest, so we'll go with that. They're migrating. But I just wanted to show that to you guys. It's a good time to be out in nature this time of year. It's something that I want to work on a little bit more myself, just getting out there. Just, you dress for the weather, just pack a bag and just go hiking, just going even for short walks, long walks. Later tonight I'm going to be getting out and doing some running. Typically when I run, I may do a couple miles, like I'll sprint and then recover on the jog, sprint again, do things like push-ups, sit-ups, lunges, just things like that. I don't lift a whole lot of weights anymore like I used to. Not that I was ever like completely jacked, but in high school I used to do some weightlifting, and then after that I would go to the Y, pump some iron. But no, mostly I just do calisthenics. I think it's all you really need. Just keeps you in shape. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys my Whole Foods haul today. So hopefully you can see. First and foremost, toilet paper. This is a fish that I've never had before. It's actually Chilean sea bass. It's completely white. I'm told it has a buttery taste to it, and it's definitely high end. Like, this is a small cut and it's already $12. So this is 0.40 of a pound, and yeah, just that came out to $12. So $30 a pound. But like I said, I wanted to try it. Some people had told me about it. Again, I try not to eat a lot of fish. I would like to go completely raw, or especially when I'm wanting to get work to do work to myself, just clean myself out, prepare for fasting, or juice fasting, water fasting. I try and avoid any animal products, including fish. But I don't know, lately I've been transitioning, I guess, coming back from a deployment where I was just eating whatever, back in towards like an environment where I have the ability to choose what I want to eat. So I think it's part of the transitioning phase, and hopefully I'll be off of it soon for a time. Here we have figs. These are actually organic figs. I don't believe I've ever seen them before in the Whole Foods as organic. I think they were just like regular, but yeah, sure enough, organic. Actually gonna try one right now. That's the good stuff. Yeah. Fruits, vegetables, that's where it's at. Raw. Keeps you feeling good. It's not really stimulating like meat or caffeine. So I think that's also what I'm going through right now. I'm just been more mellow, and I don't have like that intense energy as I would say if I ate a Philly cheesesteak this morning. I don't know, it just kind of like amps you up, but I don't have that. But it's not bad. It's just mellow, And I think if you do it long enough, you actually sort of break through that phase and you gain that intense energy. And so that's what I'm working towards right now. I like to have like boundless energy. This is my go juice. I quit coffee. Actually, well, on and off for like the past 2-3 years. And then I would do some green tea. And then, wow, birds are still going. But yeah, so instead of drinking anything with caffeine in it, what I do now, I'll just go for like orange juice, or I use the sugars in fruits, essentially. The figs would do it too. You could just, if you woke up and you were tired and groggy and you needed something to get you going, if you ate a quart of these ripe organic figs, it would be a complete sugar uptake. You would just go straight to the brain, and you would just have that burst of energy. The orange juice definitely does it. I get the 16 ounce, which I think is enough. They also have the 32 ounce and 64. Sometimes I will get the 32 and to drink just for myself, but unless I'm really active, I don't think that I truly need it. So the 16 ounce is probably the size that I'm going to stick with. It all depends. More figs. Get you a close up. Yeah, I saw these and they just looked amazing. They're perfectly ripe. The organic is always reassuring. Sorry for the shaky camera. Alright, some more sumo citrus. So if anybody saw my previous video where I made the simplistic salad, you know about the sumo citrus. It's similar to an orange, and just to me, I think it's a little sweeter. It's easy to peel. Comes in season typically during the winter months when that's your typical citrus. These are again actually from Australia. The California one should be here in about a month or so, they were telling me. But yeah, these are just some of my go-to favorites. Again, if I need like a pick-me-up, or just in the morning to get some sugars in the blood, I'll reach for something like this. It's also great for like a pre-workout. Like later tonight, I said I'm going to be going running, just exercise, doing a workout. Probably down a couple of these before I go, and just it'll give me that sustained energy. Okay. More fish. This is actually farm-raised salmon. I don't usually get the farm-raised, but the Atlantic stuff, it's not in season anymore. That's more of a summer yield. So if you want fish, it can be tough to always get the species that you want, wild caught, because they offered frozen. So it's like you can get wild caught frozen Atlantic salmon, or you can get the fresh, non-frozen, farmed Atlantic salmon. So I've been getting into these steaks. The salmon steaks. That's what this is. It's how they cut it. It's not a fillet. It's actually, I guess, just if the fish was laying out, it's more just cut like along in segments. But it does taste really good. And again, you know, I prefer fruits and vegetables. I really do. I think that's where true health comes from. But I'm still working towards it. I guess transitioning still, or you know, it just, I don't know. It's also, I think it's also an addiction too, to be completely honest. Like with eating mostly a raw diet, I think the fish comes in to where I'm still addicted to, I want something that's cooked, because I don't know why, but when you cook something, it's just all the light bulbs go off in your brain, and it's just like delicious. If I were to eat this raw, which I wouldn't mind trying sometime, but I feel like I don't have the education to to know. Like to me, I think I always hear like worms. You could get ill from this. You hear salmonella. Salmonella from salmon. I think it's funny. But so maybe if I got more educated on eating raw fish, how to do it safely, I could possibly go for that. But until then, I'm just lightly cooking it until I know it's just barely done. I don't use much oil of any kind. I always use olive oil, but I don't use much of it until the very end. That way the oil is not high heated too much. Sure, you have the high heated fats, which according to a lot of like the health experts, that's not necessarily great for digestion or certainly not healing. But again, it's doing the best I can, and hopefully I can limit this. Maybe I'll get home and I won't eat this. I'll just put it in the fridge, and I wouldn't want to waste it, but I don't know. Okay, this here is the highest quality water that I'm aware of. It's Starkey Spring water, and it comes from Idaho. To me, it tastes great. It's also very alkalizing, and it's just an overall great water. It comes in glass, not plastic. It is, again, a little pricey. It's $2.99 per bottle. So this is what I've been living off of for a while, because where I live, it's city water, and I personally don't want to drink that water at all. When I first moved in, I did the Brita filters, and I learned that's not getting everything. Now I've found out about like the Berkey water filters. Actually, I'm thinking about purchasing one of those, but I don't know if I feel like my city water is just very bad. It's got a lot of the chemicals in it. It's like a chemical soup, as people call it. So I don't even know that I trust, as good as the Berkey filtration systems are, I don't know if I trust putting my city water in through that. I guess it would be fine, but I'm still like thinking about that. I would much rather like move out and be on a well and run the well water through it. I think that would probably be a better option. But so for now, I'm still burning through a little cash and buying this water. But the thing is, the more raw, higher raw you are, and like the more watery fruits you eat, like these sumos, the less straight water you'll have to consume, because you're already getting hydrated from all the fruits and vegetables that you're taking into your body. So that's a plus, actually. Cooked food, it dehydrates, especially like potatoes, bread, rice. I'm pretty good about not eating bread. I do once in a while bake up a potato. I had a little bit of rice last night, and I can always tell, like in my hands, after I eat a cooked meal, like especially I guess starch, I'll get eczema in like on the knuckles, and I can just feel them drying out a little bit from that. But when I'm on the raw, high water, high vibration foods, I'm just completely hydrated. I'm not drinking caffeine, so that helps with the hydration. I'm not constantly fighting myself. If you're drinking coffee, and you know one cup of coffee a day, even sure it's just one cup, but even still, in the morning when you want to hydrate yourself because you've been fasting all night, maybe 8 hours or so, you're dehydrated when you wake up just a little bit, but you want to make sure you flush out all the toxins that have been filtered through your body over the night while you slept. So that's a good time to hydrate in the morning. And if you're starting your morning with a cup of coffee, you're doing the opposite of what is actually in your best interest. So just something to keep in mind. I know it's enjoyable to drink coffee. It's fun. It's part of our culture too. I think you could go so far as to say that it is, but just if you're interested in, getting healthier, I think that's a good direction to look into, just getting off of all caffeine and just really becoming more hydrated, because that's really all it takes when you stop. If you stop intaking anything with caffeine, it could be energy drinks too. Definitely don't consume any energy drinks. That is just trash. So get rid of caffeine and lower the percentage of your cooked food, and you will automatically be getting more hydrated. And then obviously the more water you drink, your body's going to use that to hydrate. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. This is my new camera bag. Just bought the setup. So this is what I'll be taking on backpack adventures and hiking and just all sorts of fun times coming up. So hopefully you'll be there to join me. Catch you on the next one. Bye.